चुप चुप कर वीडियो देख रहा है, एडवर्टाइजमेंट करनी है. वॉच द वीडियो, लाइक, कमेंट, शेयर, सब्सक्राइब, press the bell icon and do all the beautiful things. Thank you. Hello guys and welcome to the episode 25th of the artistic show / podcast, depends on wherever you are listening to me. And अगर आप YouTube पे देख रहे हैं, you can see me, or any other platform and you can see me. So hi, how are you doing? How's your day? How's your Tuesday? It's Tuesday, happy Tuesday. और I want to talk to you about something जो मैं अपने दोस्तों में और अपने actually एज ग्रुप के लड़कों में नोटिस करता हूँ. हमारी एज के लड़के ना, let's start with the story. जब मैं अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ होता हूँ तो I see they are very optimistic. I am optimistic as well. Obviously, I'll stay an optimist. और actually, Mark Twain said that there is no sadder sight than a young pessimist. Don't be a young pessimist, क्योंकि if you are young and you have so much to live and you are pessimist, it's like dying before living. That's what I believe actually. फिर भी जो अडल्ट होते हैं ना, अडल्ट जो बड़े लोग होते हैं, द एक्सपीरियंस्ड पीपल, वो समझते हैं कि नॉट ऑल बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दे थिंक कि ये जो लड़के हैं ना, नौजवान लड़के, यंग पीपल, they are optimists and they are stupid. Optimists are stupid. That's what people say. But study has shown that optimists perform much better than pessimists almost in everything. Just because they, or actually it's a different kind of performance. मतलब वो इस तरह perform अच्छा नहीं करते कि they just believe and they do it. It's not like that. They do it in a different kind of way. But I'll share the story with you another day. आपको wait करना पड़ेगा. खैर, for now, do you know why people ये जो अडल्ट हैं, अडल्ट जो एक्सपीरियंस लोग हैं, वो क्यों हमें पागल कहते हैं, these young optimist people? क्योंकि वो they were optimist once. These little guys, they were optimist once. They set their dreams, they set their goals, they had all of this stuff. और ये यहाँ से गुजर के गए हैं और वो समझते हैं कि just because they failed, they think everybody else will fail too. And just because they don't want to face the fear of failing, because failing, it's a hard thing to do for most people. उन्हें लगता है कि if they fail, everything will crash onto them. Do you know what's the most deepest fear we have? Two deepest fear. The first fear is that we are not enough. That's we are very fearful of being not enough for our people, for the people we love. And if we are not enough, we believe that we won't be loved. That's the two deepest fear every human being has. That's why people fear public speaking more than they fear death. That's the study. लोग actually दूसरे लोगों के सामने बोलने से ज़्यादा डरते हैं और वो मरने से, मौत से कम डरते हैं. Just because they have a fear, they think that if they will not be enough in front of those people, they won't be loved. Same is true for all of the guys who fear failing. That if they fail, they won't be enough. And if they won't be enough, they won't be loved. That's why people fear failure. And वो जो adult लोग होते हैं, they have failed many times in their life. And they just don't want to face that failure again. So they fear it. और वो अपना कभी नए, they don't set their sights on the new goals or new aspirations or new dreams just because they don't want to fail. That's why they do this. और वो समझते हैं कि these young people, they are stupid. That one day उन्हें भी पता लग जाएगा, but that's not true. हर किसी का same experience नहीं होता. Everybody has their own experiences, and this is where यहाँ पे experiences differ करते हैं. I mean, if you fail doesn't mean everybody will fail, right? So that was a little bit of insight into why people think optimist people are stupid. खैर, I want to talk to you about an advice जो अक्सर आपने सुनी भी होगी. I don't think कि इतने इस education system में इतना आपको कहा जाता है, पर फिर भी कहीं ना कहीं सुनी होगी, that do what you love, do what you are passionate about. Exactly, it's a very helpful advice. पर do what you love, ये हमने शायद इतनी दफ़ा सुना है कि या तो हम पे law of familiarity आ जाता है. The law of familiarity just states that if you don't know, law of familiarity states that if you tend to stick around things for a longer period of time, you tend to take them just a little bit for granted. और इसकी एग्जांपल मैंने शायद पहले भी दी थी, खैर अभी भी दे देता हूँ कि लेट्स से यू बॉट अ न्यू कार एंड यू बॉट दैट न्यू कार, और आपका वो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 15 20 25 30 दिन तो आपको बड़ी पसंद आई है ना, आप रोज़ बैठते हैं, आप ड्राइव करते हैं, आप कहते हैं वाह यार क्या लाइफ है। 30 दिन बाद स्लोली पता क्या होता है, एक्साइटमेंट fades away. So that's the law of familiarity. If you tend to stick around for that car for a very long time and then you just get familiar to it, you tend to take it a little bit for granted. और अक्सर रिलेशनशिप्स में भी ऐसा ही होता है। खैर मेरे ख्याल में हमने ये एडवाइस इतनी दफ़ा सुनी है कि इट्स जस्ट लाइक द लॉ ऑफ फेमिलियरिटी, डू व्हाट यू लव, ओके। और एक और मसला, what do you know what stops us from doing what we love? Can you guess? I'm waiting. 1 2 3 4 4. Okay, I'll tell you. Do you know what stops us? It's because we just simply don't know what we love. What are we passionate about? What are our interests? Literally, when I get around with my friends, they're very optimist, and when they're talking about their future, do you know what do they talk about? They talk about 3-letter words. They talk about 3-letter words like PhD, FSC, BSc, BBA, NET, and inshallah, like give me some more examples of 3-letter words in the comments. इतने सारे 3-letter words, और alhamdulillah, I have not thought about my life in 3-letter words. Just because I believe that standard education means standard results. A college education won't get you any further than a college. A university education won't get you any further than a university. And that's true. Because 71% of the people, this is a study, that 71% of the people don't even get a job in the fields that they studied in. 71%. That's like around a quarter of the people, they get job in the field they studied in university. और बाकी सारे 71% लोगों की डिग्रीज they just never use them. They don't get a job in them, in those fields. So a standard education means standard results, and if we want to improve our lives, if we want to achieve those goals or those dreams we have, तो पता है सबसे पहला स्टेप क्या है? The easy basic step. The first step is to know what they are. Exactly. और ये ओवर सिंपलिस्टिक सी एडवाइस लगती होगी कि हैं जस्ट नो व्हाट दे आर, ओके आई नो देम। ऐसा नहीं है। आई थॉट आई न्यू देम एज वेल, बट आई वाज नॉट क्लियर। यू सी हियर इज द प्रॉब्लम। हम समझते हैं कि हमारी ना लाइफ में हम इफ़ यू वांट टू क्रिएट अ चेंज और इफ़ यू वांट टू डू सम ग्रेट थिंग्स, हमें कोई बहुत ही मैजिकल कोई ग्रेट फार्मूला कोई मिल जाए ना, golden formula, and if you apply that and everything will change. That's not true in life. There is no golden formula. There is no magic formula in life. What you need to change are those small little things. Small changes mean big results. Life में अगर आप small changes लेके आते हैं, small changes like literally minute changes, like you shift the needle from 0 to 0.1, तो even इतने छोटे से चेंज का भी ना it has a ripple effect. It's like when you throw that stone in water, आप पानी में वो पत्थर फेंकते हैं तो it creates ripples. That's what happens in your life. और इसको my mentor Tony Robbins, he taught me that for every discipline effort there's a multiple reward. Same thing, it's a ripple effect. So we think that we need some magic formula, but the truth is there is no magic formula. And the reason why most people don't achieve their goals is because simply they don't know what they are. They're not even clear on them. They just know these 3-letter words like PhD, FSC, BSc. You don't want those degrees. क्या आपको वो degrees चाहिए? वो piece of paper? You think कि वो degrees आपको एक job देंगी and that job will give you satisfaction. That job will give you X amount of money. That job will give you this or that. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with wanting money. I don't believe that there is anything wrong. But you see, the thing is, why don't you get to that thing straight? Why don't you learn the skills to get to that thing straight? Why do you have to go to this PhD? That actually ये जो system, this education system, it has conditioned us to believe कि अगर हमने इन 3-letter words से अलग अपने फ्यूचर को सोचा ना तो man we are doomed. But that's not true, because I can give you example of a dozen people like literally जिन्होंने इस सिस्टम से अलग सोचा, and they are the leaders, the movers and the shakers of the world. And now you might say कि नहीं, listen, वो जो लोग थे वो तो बहुत ज़्यादा टैलेंटेड थे, वो तो बहुत ज़्यादा गॉड गिफ्टेड थे. क्योंकि मैंने ये एग्जांपल्स, ये जो मैं बातें करता हूँ ना, ये काफ़ी टाइम से करता आया हूँ. खैर मैं ये बातें जब अपने टीचर्स को कहता था, किसी और को कहता था, क्योंकि आई रियली लव उसका ये एक तरह से ना खुद को, आई जस्ट वांटेड देम टू नो द ट्रूथ. और मैं उन्हें कहता था कि नहीं देखें बिल गेट्स, स्टीव जॉब्स एंड ऑल ऑफ दिस, द इलॉन मस्क एंड ऑल दिस. तो वो कहते थे दे आर जस्ट मोर टैलेंटेड, दे आर जस्ट मोर गिफ्टेड. एक्चुअली जब हम कहते हैं ना टैलेंटेड है या गिफ्टेड है, इट्स नथिंग. दे डू समथिंग डिफरेंट एंड वी कैन लर्न दैट एंड डू दैट एंड क्रिएट रिजल्ट्स सेम दैट दे डू. पर ये जो हम कहते हैं ना ये टैलेंटेड है या गिफ्टेड है, ये हम एक्चुअली अपने एक्शन को बचा रहे होते हैं. हम ना ये एक तरह से कवर मार रहे होते हैं कि वो तो टैलेंटेड है, वो तो कर सकता है, मैं तो कर ही नहीं सकता, ठीक है मैं बैठा रहता हूँ. You see, that's how we do it. ऐसे हम कवर मारते हैं अपनी because we don't want to work, we don't want to create that effort, right? But remember, here's the thing I wanted to like teach you in this episode, or the gift I wanted to give you is stop thinking in those 3-letter words. Okay, ये 3-letter words, it gives you an illusion that someday you might have that job. And you might not even love the job, but you might like the benefits it gives you. Like you get क्या 1 लाख मिलता है, wow nice, you know, CSS कर लो. मुझे पर्सनल स्टोरी, मुझे मेरी फैमिली में इतने लोग कहते हैं CSS कर लो, तुम तो काबिल भी हो, तुम तो कैपेबल भी हो, you're intelligent, you're brilliant, you're this, you're that. और कहते हैं और इतनी दफ़ा मैंने ये एडवाइस सुनी है कि अब तो आई एम जस्ट ट्रेन कि व्हेन एवर आई हेard द वर्ड CSS, यहाँ से अंदर जाता है, यहाँ से बाहर जाके गया. और एक्चुअली वो जब मैंने पूछा ना उनसे कि मैंने कहा अच्छा CSS करके आप बनते क्या हैं, हु डू यू बिकम, व्हाट्स द जॉब, एंड से पुलिस. और मुझे पता है पुलिस के अलावा भी काफ़ी सारी जॉब्स होती हैं, पर मुझे यही कहा गया कि 2 अच्छी जॉब्स हैं, एक पुलिस और एक इमिग्रेशन ऑफिसर नहीं है, लाइक क्या थी दूसरी जॉब, फॉरेन अफेयर्स आई थिंक. खैर जो भी है, तो मेरी लाइफ का दूर दूर तक कहीं से पॉलिटिक्स से या इस तरह की चीज़ों से ताल्लुक़ ही नहीं है. कभी मैंने ज़िंदगी में बड़े होते नहीं सोचा कि मैं पुलिस अफसर क्यों हो गया है, पुलिस अफसर. मुझे कहते हैं कि वो बन जाओ, एंड आई एम लाइक अच्छा ठीक है, जो गिव दिस में आपके हाथ में पावर भी आ जाती है, और कहते हैं हाँ आपके हाथ में पावर भी आ जाती है, इतना यू गेट दिस मनी एंड दिस रिस्पेक्ट एंड एवरीथिंग, बट व्हाट इफ आई एम नॉट हैप्पी, आई गेट ऑल दोज थिंग्स एंड स्टिल आई एम नॉट हैप्पी. लाइक इतना सारा आई वर्क एंड आई पुट इन द एफर्ट एंड आई डू दिस यस एंड आई गेट द डिग्री और वट एवर एंड आई गेट द जॉब, बट व्हाट इफ यू आर नॉट हैप्पी, व्हाट इफ यू आर नॉट वेयर यू वांट टू बी. एक्चुअली we need to start asking ourselves this question. और वो क्वेश्चन ये है कि what do I want? Do you know what's the definition of an extraordinary life? And I believe all of us want an extraordinary life. An extraordinary life is just life on your terms. Whatever you want. So we need to the first step is to get clarity. And I think there is so much lack of clarity. हम clear ही नहीं है, what do we want? Who do we want to become? And what are the things we want? What are the things we want to contribute, to give out? We are not even clear on that. बाकी चीज़ें तो बाद में. The action comes. अगर आपको पता ही नहीं है आपने जाना किस रास्ते से है, तो आप तो उधर ही जाएंगे जहाँ पे वाटर का फ्लो ज़्यादा है. और पता है वाटर का फ्लो कहाँ पे ज़्यादा होता है? Where there is a fall. And if you don't know what you want, someday you'll end up millimeters away from a fall. We call this the Nigerian fall syndrome. क्योंकि जब you're in a river और आप अपनी कश्ती पे हैं, this boat of life, and if you don't stare at yourself, if you don't know where you want to go, and you just say कि okay I'll go with the flow, तो फ्लो ज़्यादा वहाँ पे होता है जहाँ पे फॉल होता है. तो eventually one day you'll end up very near to a fall and you'll just say, and you'll realize कि आप उस टाइम ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं कर सकते. So make that decision right now. Like really take some time and sit down. And by the way, please, if you say मैंने BSc करनी है या मैंने BBA करना है, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna eat you. So don't say that. Just get to the thing you want. आपको BBA नहीं करनी है, आपको FSC नहीं करनी है. You don't want that. अगर okay, आप किसी को खुश हो, but खुद को खुश करने के लिए भी तो कुछ ना कुछ करो ना यार. खुद को खुश करने के लिए just get to the things you want. Not only the things, but ask yourself, who do I want to become? You see, we have this identity. और ये identity हमारे human beings में it's the strongest force. The strongest force we have is the need to stay consistent with our identity. And all of us have a belief about who we are. And if you, or by the way, जब मैं बोल रहा होता ना कि decide who do you want to become, I don't mean an officer, I don't mean a doctor, I don't mean things like that. Just have some roles for yourself, and I'll give you my example. And I decided this. Literally, someday I sat down, I wrote down, who do I want to become in this area of my life? And every day now I wake up and I ask myself this question, who do I want to become today? And the answer is the influencer, the leader, the inspiration. And I'm not an inspiration now, but I'm slowly getting there just because I know who do I want to become, right? I ask myself, who do I want to become? And I say, the enlightener of hearts, the sharer of smiles, right? I want to become the loving man. Those are the kind of things, the identity I have for myself. That's who I want to become. So that's the identity I have for myself. What are some things you want for yourself? Maybe it's time to get clear on that. Maybe it's time to get clear on what you want. Because if you keep putting it off, the Nigerian syndrome will get you. And even if the Nigerian syndrome doesn't get you one day, if you don't decide today and if you don't write down, who am I? What do I want? Or kiss identity? Who am I gonna be like? What's my identity? What's my identity gonna be like? And once you have that, shape yourself into that identity slowly. And the way to do that is, if I get down this lane, this episode is gonna 20 more minutes you're gonna be with me, but I'll share it to you in another episode. But for now, first step, get clarity. There's so much lack of clarity. पता ही नहीं है हमने करना क्या है, हमने बनना क्या है. हमने बनना क्या, मैंने आपको कहा है उस मतलब में नहीं कि ऑफिसर बनना है या पायलट बनना है. Not that. Who do you want to become? Have some fun in life. Like my example is the enlightener of hearts, the sharer of smiles, the best friend everybody wants to have, the spiritual being, the loving man. That's my identity. Really, that's who I'm trying to be every single day. And Rose, I may not be perfect every single day, but that's who I strive for. So that's what I want you to get clear about. Just really write down your goals. और स्टडी शोज के अगर आप अपने गोल्स को लिखते हैं और अगर आप अपने गोल्स को मेजर करते हैं, like you review them, you have 3 times more chance of achieving them. और मैंने गोल सेटिंग पे एंड हैविंग दीज ड्रीम्स उस पर एक और बड़े मज़े की स्टोरी भी बताई थी. And all they're just this is just so powerful, knowing who you are and knowing who you want to become and just knowing where you want to go in life, knowing what you want for your life and knowing what an extraordinary life is for you. तो मैं आपसे आज through this episode, I just want to ask you one question. What's an extraordinary life for you, my friend? What do you want your life to be like? Because you only get one chance. Make it worth it. And if you have not subscribed, please go and subscribe. I'm just messing with you guys. And if you don't, that's it for today's episode. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully tomorrow, hopefully the day next. But I'll see you in the next one. And before you go, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all the beautiful things. I love you. Go love yourself. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.